Prisms are awesome. Good morning, Rhoda. Today is September 5th, and I assume you already know what prisms are. A prism is a usually triangular, usually glass piece that takes full spectrum light coming in one side, and out the other side you get the little rainbow. And that rainbow is composed of reds and yellows and oranges and blues and all of the pieces of the visible spectrum of light. But more often than not, when I'm talking about prisms, I mean literature that does the same thing, but with concepts. Like you put in a big concept like death or mourning, and what comes out the other side is this rainbow. Instead of, pieces of the visible spectrum, you get little bits of this story or impressions that make the understanding of the white light, of the big concept, possible. This is something that Walt Whitman did a lot. He tackled really big subjects like human sexuality and mortality and the meaning of life, and the way that he was able to write about all these really big subjects was by using prisms. And as with most things, you can assume that if Walt Whitman did it, Allen Ginsberg did it, and as with many things, you can assume if Allen Ginsberg did it, Bob Dylan did it. Ginsberg once said that Bob Dylan wrote in chains of flashing images. Bob Dylan also wrote about huge subjects using prisms. And one of the big examples of this is Changing of the Guard, which is maybe my favorite Bob Dylan song. It's just so good, and you can't look at any verse and get an idea of what the song is about, but when you take them all together, you get this just massive, overwhelming, feeling of, whoa. The reason that I started to make this video is because I've been listening to the Trapeze Swinger by Iron and Wine kind of a lot. I even recorded a cover of it the other day on Monday. But the Trapeze Swinger does just an excellent job of talking about mortality. You get just all these amazing lines that add up to something that can be compelling in their own right. But, please remember me at Halloween doesn't have a huge emotional impact without the rest of the song. Another fantastic example of this, but in a little bit more limited way, is a song called The Kill. It's from The Argument, which was Fugazi's last record before their indefinite hiatus. Why am I so air quotey today? Anyway, before the indefinite hiatus, they released an album called The Argument, and it's really good, and I just love everything about it, but especially The Kill, which is about death, but being an agent of death. A lot of it is about the military. There's this repetition of I'm not a citizen, I'm not a citizen, I'm not a citizen. I recognize how much soldiers give up in terms of civil liberties and not actually being a citizen of the nation that they live in. There are a lot of things that they willingly give away that would not be denied to just, Sacco and Vanzetti. So it's a really apt description of that, I think. And, sodium pentothal. It's not just songs, it's not just poems, short pieces that can be done this way. Entire records or collections can be done this way. And the Sunset Tree is the best example I can think of. The Mountain Goats is basically one guy, and the Sunset Tree is kind of all of the pieces of everything that makes him so screwed up, and all of the pieces of things that make him believe in not being screwed up. So you get things like a 5-year-old running up to his room, he goes to his little record player on the floor and just cranks the volume up because he wants to hear something that's not the screaming and fighting. And you also get things like Love, 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 which is just incredible. A very strong expression of what it means to believe. So that's it for today. I think if you're looking for Walt Whitman prisms, I would suggest I Sing the Body Electric. That's probably my favorite. Bob Dylan, The Changing of the Guard, Fugazi, The Kill, Iron and Wine, The Trapeze Swinger, and all of The Sunset Tree by Mountain Goats. If you have anything to say about other prisms that you really enjoy, or how I'm totally off base with anything that I've said, or you want to see more videos, you can comment things down there. You can subscribe if you want and get more video updates and do those things. I'm gonna probably do some homework now, and I'll see you later.